In today's session, you are going to learn about profit. Profit, we are giving this one as a reward to the entrepreneur. Okay. What is the meaning of the profit? Again, they given here. Profit, it is a return to the entrepreneur for the use of entrepreneurial ability. What he is having the ability, the entrepreneur, the organizer, what he is having the ability. According to that alone, we are giving the profit to him. Okay. Profit, it is a reward alone. Okay. Okay. It is the net income of the organizer. Profit is the amount left with entrepreneur after he has payment made for all the other factors. That means at last only profit will be distributed to the entrepreneur. That means after distributing all the things, that means for the reward for the land, reward for the labor and reward for the capital, after distributing the payments for all these factors alone, at last we are paying to the entrepreneur. What are the kinds of profit? Monopoly profit, windfall, profit as functional reward. Monopoly profit, it is earned by the firm because of its monopoly control. If only one person is controlling that one, that means that one person only will get the profit. Sometimes profit arises due to changes in price level. Profit, it may, that means price level, it may change there, it may increase, otherwise it may decrease. Okay, according to that the profit, it will be differ. We can't able to get, that means one of the person, he can't able to get the same profit each and every month. Okay, each and every month, otherwise each and every day, otherwise each and every year. That means it will change due to the price level, changes in the price level. Profit as a functional reward. Just like rent, wage and interest, profit is earned by the entrepreneur for his entrepreneurial function. If he is the good innovator, if he is the good organizer, then definitely he will get the good profit. If he is lack in his innovation, if he is lack in his organization, definitely he can't able to meet the profit. Okay. What are the concepts of profit? Gross profit, net profit, normal profit and supernormal profit. Gross profit, it is the surplus which accrues to a firm when it subtracts its total expenditure from total revenue. Total expenditure from total revenue. Total revenue means total income. What the income we received and how much expenditure we did, when we are subtracting both these, what we are getting, that one is called as a profit here. Okay. Net profit. Net profit is a, we are subtracting the gross profit. Okay. Gross profit with which one? Implicit cost. With the implicit cost. Net or pure or economic or true profit is the residual left with the entrepreneur after deducting from gross profit the remuneration for the self-owned factors of production, which are called implicit cost. That means self-owned for him. What are the factors? That means for the industry, what are the factors? That means machinery, like that he may be purchased, isn't it? After purchasing that and all, what is having in his hand, that one is called as a net profit. Gross profit means what the expenditure we did, what the income we received, from that itself we can calculate the net, gross profit. Okay, but net profit is the actual profit, is the net profit. Actual profit means we may given to the transportation, advertisement, like that we may given the money, isn't it? We spend the money. After deducting everything, only what we are getting in our hand, that is known as a net profit. Normal profit, it refers to the minimum expected return to stay in business. Supernormal profit or over and above the normal profit. Supernormal profit we are getting from the actual profit deducting normal profit. What are the theories of profit? Theories of profit here given, isn't it? Innovation theory, dynamic theory, uncertainty bearing theory, risk bearing theory. Innovation theory, when we are innovating new things, okay, that time we will get the profit in the different manner. Okay, according to that alone they given here. Okay. Dynamic theory, they given about the dynamic theory, risk bearing, all the entrepreneur should bear the risk there. Uncertainty bearing theory, different assaults we may face during the business, that and all we should bear. according to that alone they are saying about the profit. Okay, first we are going to learn about the dynamic theory of profit. It was given by J.B. Clark. What he said actually in this one, he points out that profit cannot arise in a static society. Static society. What is the meaning of the static society? Static society in one where everything is stationary or stagnant. Stagnant means as it is, it stayed back. Okay, and there is no change at all. There is no role for an entrepreneur in a static society. That means stagnant already. There is a stagnant of the, that means the products. Okay, there is no need of the entrepreneur. Already they are having the product. They know why they need the entrepreneur there. So in this type of the society, no need to give the profit to anyone. Okay, the price of the commodities in a static society would be equal to the cost of production. That means they themselves, what they are doing, they are giving the production, and the production is utilized by the those who are producing. They, that person alone, they are utilizing the production. Okay, they are only consuming that production. Okay, here population, if what is not according to Clark, what he is saying here, population is increasing, volume of capital is increasing, that means the capital also increasing, methods of production are improving, forms of industrial organization are changing, the wants of consumer are multiplying. Okay, that means nowadays at present days, what he is saying, in the dynamic society, population increasing, according to the population, capital also increasing, production. So for the people, what we should give the more production. If the more production is there, means definitely the wants of the consumer also, it will multiply a lot, isn't it? That only dynamic theory given. What he is saying, if the production, one who is giving, he himself consuming, means there is no need to give the profit to anyone, like that Alan is saying. That means start as it is stagnant, it is there. Innovation theory of profit. Innovation theory of profit was propounded by Joseph A. Schumpeter. Okay, what is said in this one? An entrepreneur is not only an undertaker of a business, but also an innovator in the process of production. That means you should give the new innovation, then only he can able to earn more profit. Okay, profit is the reward for innovation. That means they are giving the reward for what purpose they are giving the reward for the organizer, means for his innovation only is getting the, is receiving the reward there. Okay. Here, according to Schumpeter, an innovation may consist, according to the introduction of the new product, introduction of a new method of production, opening up of a new market, discovery of a new materials, reorganization of an industry. This and all only they are saying. That means you know very well that new product, we may say about the example as a TV. You know very well that each and every year they are giving the new innovation. In the mobile also they are giving the new innovation, isn't it? Then only so many people, what they will do, they will come forward to consume it, they will purchase it, isn't it? That means a new innovation, it gets rewards always as a profit. Next, they said about the risk-bearing theory of profit. Risk-bearing theory of profit was propounded by the American economist F.B. Halley. The entrepreneur undertakes a risk, so he receives the profits. That only is saying. If the entrepreneur does not receive the reward, he will not be prepared to undertake any risk. Thus, higher the risk, the greater or the profit. Okay. Last one is the uncertainty bearing theory of profit. In this one is given by the American economist Frank H. Knight. Okay, what he is saying there, certain risks are measurable or calculable. Some of the examples of these risks are the risk of fire, theft, or natural disaster. So they are insurable. Such risks are compensated by the insurance company. Okay, actually the entrepreneur is getting the reward for the uncertainty bearing in this one. Here insurable risks are there and also the non-insurable risk. Before only I told about the insurable risk. Okay, what are the insurable risk? Risk of the fire, theft, everything, it comes under the insurable risk. Non-insurable risk, there are some risks which are immeasurable or incalculable. The probability of their occurrence cannot be anticipated because of the presence of uncertainty in them. Some of the examples of this risk are competition, market condition, technology change, and public policy. For this one, there is no insurance at all. Any insurance company cannot undertake this risk. Hence, they are non-insurable. Okay. The term risk covers the first type of events. That means the measurable only. Insurable risk we are saying, isn't it? That only we are saying as a risk. And the term uncertainty covers the non-insurable risk. Okay. Risk bearing I told, isn't it? For that one, insurable risk. That means what are the things I said in the insurable? For that alone, you will get as a reward. But non-insurable risk, this one comes for the uncertainty. Okay. That means the uncertainty profit theory. It is known as the for what are all they are getting the profit for the non-insurable risk. That one we are saying as the uncertainty profit theory. Thank you, kids.